are turned into soap. Who'd have thought it? Have a look at this.
Well, if there's one thing we love in Glasgow, that's entrepreneurial spirit. And today I'm off to meet a man who has it in bucket loads, or should I say, keg loads.
Grunting Growler is a craft beer off license, but we focus on selling draft beer rather than just bottles. It means we break down a lot of the barriers that people have with beer. People come in, they can try things on draft, they can learn about it, and then once they find a beer they love the most, we fill it for them fresh from the draft, right into one of these reusable jugs called a growler.
What is a growler?
A growler is just a common term used back way into the 19th century, which people used to take beer from a pub in draft home with them. So they'd go there, fill it up into a bucket with a lid on top, and when they start walking home, the beer would start letting off the CO2, giving off a growling sound between the lid and the bucket, hence the name growler. Okay. So it's really quite a funny name, but it works for it.
And nowadays they're slightly different. Is this a growler? Yeah,
so the growlers are much more sophisticated now. So it's a large beer bottle, amber in color to keep the beer protected from the UV light. Has a swing top on it to keep the beer from growling now. So it keeps all the CO2 in there and make sure you have a fully carbonated beer for when you go home.
So what we have here is a grunt-free growler. Now we're upstairs at the Drake.
We are.
And so how did you start this relationship with the Drake where they offered you this space?
Yeah, so I've done pop-up shops in the past. This is my 4th pop-up shop, and at my last one, the owners of the Drake came into the pop-up shop. They really enjoyed what we were doing. They really enjoyed what I was doing and the passion and the ambition that I had to get this set up.
Week by week he's getting better, and it's good for the Drake because he's bringing in new customers that might not have been to the Drake, and they come upstairs and maybe go downstairs for a beer or have something to eat. I think it just needs a lot of hard work and dedication and a bit of luck, and that's certainly what we've had at the Drake.
And what would you say to anyone that was thinking about starting up their own business, whatever it might be?
Everyone always asks me this question, and it's always the same answer. Stop thinking about it, go out there and do it, and then figure out what you need to do and fix things from there. Everything we do, it's quite environmentally friendly. We're reusing these jugs, so we're not having any wastage. But one thing that we do have wastage with is the beer sometimes, because it has to overfill just to fill it up to the right measure. So instead of just throwing that beer away, we actually been quite innovative, and we've had a lady from Entrepreneurial Spark who's been able to make us beer soap out of any wastage.
All right, well, I think tomorrow I'm going to take some of the waste beer from here and go find out how we turn beer into soap. So make sure you join us on the Riverside Show tomorrow for that.